And then I moved out to the forest outside of Cave Junction. Has anybody here ever been to Cave Junction?
Yes.
Were you scared? They say it's where the Grateful Dead meets Deliverance. If you ask somebody how far it is from Cave Junction to Grants Pass, they say it's 30 miles. When you ask somebody from Grants Pass how far it is to Cave Junction, they say it's like 300 miles. So I moved there 2 years ago, went out 3 to 4 times a night, shooting pool, live music, at dinner, buying people drinks, met a lot of cool people. And I'm not kidding, it literally took them a year before they were finally convinced I wasn't a cop. Dead serious. So I live out in the forest with the bears and Bigfoots, and I'm not kidding about that one either. And I was going to get cleaned up. I was logging today with tractors, skidding logs, clearing my property for fire, prevention, and leaving the healthy trees and getting rid of the overcrowded trees and diseased trees. And I thought, well, how can I stand up here and make a bunch of redneck jokes if I clean up and come out here looking like a golfer? So I'm dressed as I've been working all day. I just changed from a hard hat to my cowboy hat.
There you go.
Another thing, if you would have told me 4 days ago, I'm dead serious, these aren't jokes. If you would have told me 4 days ago that I would be on stage doing stand-up comedy, I would have told you to put down the crack pipe. Because I am a virgin. I have never attempted stand-up comedy before, and there's probably a good chance that I'll still be a virgin tomorrow. But I do believe that life happens when you stretch yourself, when you get outside your comfort zone. That's where the growth is. You challenge yourself. If you're not afraid, then you're not doing enough. And I really believe that. So I'm going to do a little experiment that everybody's going to have to participate in here. And I want everybody here to raise your hand as high as you can. Unless you're disabled, we'll give you an ADA. Come on, raise your hand as high as you can, everybody. All right. Now, everybody else, I want you to raise your hand higher. You see that? You had more potential than you thought.
Thank you.
That's where the magic is. That's where success is. I'm not a preacher or anything, but when you, I'm a business dude. But when your competition goes like this and you go like that, that's how you win. So there's a lesson in life there. So I brought my guitar and I put together a couple quick little ditties, real quick. I'll run through them. Pardon me? Oh yeah, I need a chair. Oh, that's part of the joke I forgot.
I got you.
So, actually, you want to hear something funny? I told her, I said, when I came here, I said, put me on first so you can get me off first. It was no pun intended, but we got it when we left. But no, I believe also that besides stretching yourself, that you got to crawl before you can walk, before you can run. So I'm not going to try stand-up comedy tonight. I'm going to try sit-down comedy. So I got a couple little ditties I'll get through. And my measure of success this evening is not to get hit in the head with a beer bottle. So I figure if I'm sitting down, I'm a smaller target. So give me a second here. Oh, I gotta use the mic stand for this. See that? I'm actually an engineer, that's why I can operate this thing. Maybe.
Got it.
Maybe not. And I'm no good at guitar or anything. I have to look at the chords and the lyrics or I'll never get through it. Yeah, lower that a little bit.
Wake up, bud.
Can you guys hear that? Anybody, any Merle Haggard fans in the house tonight? Maybe? So, he lived outside of Lake Shasta, state of Jefferson. We all smoke marijuana in Cave Junction. We all take our trips on LSD. We all burn our tires down Main Street. 'Cause we like living right, being free. And I'm proud to be a redneck from Cave Junction. A place where even squares can smoke a bowl. We still wave our finger down at the courthouse. And white lightning's still the biggest thrill of all. We sometimes make a little party out of loving. We like shooting guns and cutting wood. We don't let our hair grow long and shaggy like the hippies out in Tacoma do. Great people. And I'm proud to be a redneck from Cave Junction. A place where even squares can smoke a bowl. We still wave our finger down at the courthouse. And white lightning's still the biggest thrill of all. In Cave Junction, state of Jefferson, USA. Alright, that was just a little dilly, but now it's time to get serious. Yeah, not serious with my playing or singing, but. So we all know that, the Great Depression. And this is a song about how Grandma survived the Great Depression. And we all know that times were hard back then. Back in 1932, in a sleazy bordello, Grandma worked her fingers to the bone, while others were baking cookies. Grandma was selling nookie to lonely men so they wouldn't be alone. They say she was the best lay. That's how she kept the rent paid. She's seen a lot of dick in her day. She's seen a lot of dick in her day. Miles and miles of pecker have come her way. Yeah, she knew 'em, hell she blew 'em, and for $15 she'd screw 'em. She's seen a lot of dick in her day. Grandma's seen a lot of dick in her day. Now, be honest, I didn't write that. That's actually a Rodney Carrington song, but I'm not making any money to this, so I can sing it all I want. Thank you, everybody. You're too kind. That should be an easy yes flow.
All right, give it up for Mike. And Grandma. Woo! Hell yeah. She's seen a lot of that. Anyone in here? Okay. Okay, good. Good. My grandma has not seen a lot of dick. Okay. Cool. You guys having a good time? Welcome to the new folks. How you doing?
Good.
How old are you, sir? 18?
Yep.
You old enough to be in here?
No, I'm 23.
Are you 23? Nice. All right, cool. How was high school? Sorry, I don't know why I'm looking at my watch. It's making me nervous, dude. Your youth. Yeah, how's that having hair? You like that? Yeah? You comb that shit? You better take care of it. You better look yourself in the mirror tonight and go, man, I'm a sexy mother. No, just kidding. I'm not hitting that. You use product though, Pantene Pro V or what?
No, nothing.
Nothing? Nothing, okay. Must be nice. Okay, cool. All right, this other gent here with no hair like me. How do you feel? Do you miss your hair?
Just whatever.
I don't give a shit. Yeah. Yes, the guy wearing the hat, man. Take your hat off, man. Show your hair, man. How can you shave your head? Sir?
You talking about?
No, yeah.
Like once a week.
Once a week? Okay, cool. You saving on those razors, huh? They're not cheap. All right. All right, what else? What about you, sir? With crossed leg right here. Looking like you just got off a finance meeting. How was it? Good. Golf course treating you okay?
No, but
You hit hard today or what?
I wish I did look like that. Well done.
Oh man, it must be nice to have money. Shit. Okay. It's good to see you guys. What are you whispering over there, ma'am?
None of your business.
Okay. I'm gonna talk this. Okay. All right, you guys ready for your next comic? I'm gonna ask you one more time, pretty boy. Are you ready for your next comic? All right. That's the kind of energy I like. Let's get up, Eric. Where are you, sir? He's not here. Borderline Leisha, you're our next comic. Come on down. That's you. Nope, he's going last.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Changed up on you. Nick Fry. Give it up for Borderline Leisha. Woo!
So I wasn't kidding when I said I finished watching Yellowstone today. I literally finished the last episode right before I left. And so I don't want to fucking be here. What I want to be is on a prairie somewhere riding my horse and fucking my blue-collar boyfriend. But I don't have a horse and I don't have a boyfriend. You can see where the problem is. I am recently single, so I am back on my hoe shit. Yeah. Thank you. Fucking thank you. I'm a mom.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right? And I'm a counselor. And I'm a comedian. And sometimes it's hard to keep straight which one I need to be when. So I'm gonna take you on a little journey. I went out on a date the other night. I'm fucking this younger guy right now, this like blue collar guy. So they have a good job and they're eager. I'm getting ready to go out on this date. I go to walk out of the house. My mom looks me up and down and she goes, "You gonna leave the house looking like that?" And I said, "Like what?" And she goes, "Well, you kind of look like a slut."
all been there.
Is it right? So I kick off my high heels and I put on my thigh highs and I said, well, now I look like a whore.
There you go.
Dress for the job you want, not the one you have. You taught me that. Whores get paid, times are tough. Not sucking dick for free in this economy. Hell no.
Ask grandma.
Right? Oh man, my grandma. That dementia, I learned some things. So that night before I left, I had been upstairs getting ready. And this is where you really know you need to know who you need to be when. My daughter's watching me get ready, my little 9-year-old. And I'm getting dressed, I'm doing my hair. And she goes, Mom, you're so pretty. Are you getting ready to go on a date? And I said, yeah, baby, I'm getting ready to go on a date. And she goes, boy or girl? And I said, thank you for being progressive. It's a boy. She goes, is he cute? And I said, yeah. And she says, does he have a good heart? Right, guys, I had such an opportunity. I had an opportunity to be a good counselor. I had an opportunity to be a good mom. But instead, I'm a comedian. So I said, baby girl, Mom's not trying to fall in love. She's just trying to get her butthole licked. I look at my 9-year-old, right? She's fucking devastated. I am racking up how much money I'm gonna have to spend sending her to Spud for fucking therapy. But then I remember she has ADHD. So I pointed out the window and said, is that Taylor Swift? And she was fucking gone, forgot all about it. But then I look over and in the other room with an earshot is my 12-year-old. Thank God she was on her phone. And we all know preteens on their phones don't hear anything you say. At least if what you're saying is do your chore, do your homework, take a bath. So later that night I get home from my date and my mom asks me all the important questions. She says, did he pay for dinner? I said, yes. Does he have his own car? I said, yes. She said, what's his credit score? And before I could answer, my 12-year-old, without looking up from her fucking phone, says, it doesn't matter, Mom's just trying to get her butthole licked. They're like Google, they're always listening. Let's see. You guys are out on a date. How many drinks has he had? How many drinks have you had? How many drinks do you think you've had?
We'll go with 6.
6. Right? That's always the case. She knows how many you've had. She knows because she knows what happens if you've had too many when you get home. This is why I can't fucking date alcoholics. I just can't do it. I can date an alcoholic woman because you know what? The strap-on, it always performs. Right? But if you're dating a guy who's an alcoholic, you gotta watch how many drinks they have. Otherwise, my friends, you are at home, you're ready, you're going down, right? And you're down there. You're down there for time, right? You're praying. You're doing the fucking Lord's work. At some point, you're making fucking giraffes. You're making puppies. It's fucking clown work. Your jaw's tired. And after all of that work you're putting in, it still looks like a naked mole rat taking a nap. What I'm saying, you guys, is I'm bad at balloon animals and I'm bad at blowjobs. I am bisexual.
Really?
Woo! And I know people think that's like a 50-50, like an equal opportunity fuck, right? But it's more like 80-20. I'm 80% gay. 20% dumb enough to keep doing the same thing over and over again, thinking I'm gonna come in the end. Guys, people ask me, they're like, when you go out at night, how do you know if you're gonna bring home a man or a woman? And it has nothing to do with looks, my friends. It has nothing to do with personality, guys. I know before I even leave the house if I'm gonna fuck a guy or I'm gonna fuck a girl. And it comes down to one thing. whether or not I've shaved my pussy. Okay, because you leave the house and your snatch is clean and it's shaved, and you have so much confidence, you're not taking anybody fucking home. You're taking yourself home. You are that hot. But when it's hairy, some guys have preferences. Whereas women don't give a fuck. She will dig through that fur trap like it is the Easter grass in the bottom of the Easter basket, and she is looking for that last filthy bean, right? Women don't care. I was thinking about it, and you know how I can tell when guys watch too much lesbian porn? There's one move that always tells me that men are watching way too much lesbian porn, and it is this. If you're trying to wake it up, you've already fucked up. It's not Tekken, guys. You know, the other thing I have a problem with is shower sex. Women always laugh when they hear this because we all know it looks so romantic in the movies, but it is so ironic how something so wet can make you so fucking dry. That's enough sex talk. You guys have kids? You said you have kids. How old are your kids?
8, 11,
0.
He has you fucked a lot.
and 18.
Catholic? Just don't like condoms?
No, don't like them.
Okay.
I was married once.
You were, but you're not, because she had all those babies and then was like, I'm done. No more.
I got fixed.
Oh, good for you. Guys, round of applause for this guy. Right here. Round of applause. He can nap all night. You're safe. Yes. Vasectomies for everyone. All right. So you guys ever figure out how to get kids to eat vegetables?
No.
No? Bribe them? What do you bribe them with? This feels like a lot of work. I don't know. I never figured it out. I don't know. These kids will do this thing. You guys, when you try to get kids to eat vegetables, they'll do this thing where their mouth is full and they're like, I don't like this. I don't like the way it tastes. I don't want to swallow it. And you're like, dude, the sooner you swallow it, the sooner it's out of your mouth and you don't have to taste it anymore, right?
No. It's still in your fucking throat. No, it's not okay.
So I blew a guy the other day, and I'm sitting there with my mouth full, like I don't like the way it tastes. I don't know why I keep doing this.
You didn't eat enough pineapple.
Motherfucker. And in the back of my head, all I can hear is my 8-year-old going, it's okay, mama. The sooner you swallow it, the sooner it's out of your mouth, and you don't have to taste it anymore. I have been Borderline Leisha. You guys have been amazing. Have a great night.
Give it up for my favorite therapist. When I need sex therapy, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, right.
For sure. I could talk about everything, man. You guys having a good night? You guys came in here. What? Sir, we got you up on next.
Fuck around.
12 and a half minutes, baby.
Something like that.
All right, cool. Man. All right. Anyone recently 2 centimeters dilated?
Who did what?
Are you listening? Good. All right. Good. All right. Me neither. But if I was, I wouldn't tell you. Cool. All right. Who had a good Easter in here? Anyone? Yeah, everyone? Anyone have a bad Easter? They went on the Easter egg hunt, they didn't find what they wanted? You worked 10 hours on Easter. Was it worth every minute? No. How many, do you have like an Easter egg hunt? And
We tried, but it didn't really
Didn't work. Okay. Cool.
I work at a bar.
Oh, you work at a bar? Are you still getting over it, or are you over it?
It's lingering.
It's lingering. Okay. I'm a therapist. We have borderline issue. Okay, we can have it. Okay, cool. All right. So, what? You guys playing Uno? What's going on there? Poker? Who's winning?
What?
Okay.
How many jelly beans you talking about, bro?
Like the Last Supper over there. So. Cool. All right, you guys ready for your next comic? Woo! A little more energy.
I thought you Let's go.
I know you have energy, sir. All right, all those kids, baby. Woo! All right. Your next comic, please give him a round of applause, Mr. Justin Talbot, everybody.
Let's go. There he is.
There it is. Let's do it.
I love you. Give it up for Spud! Give it up for Spud, the host! Give it up for Alicia! Mike! Give it up for Mike! Forgot his name.
How's it going? So, little somber note, but it's gonna end up happy, I promise. So, today is the third 3-year anniversary since my grandma passed. Yikes, right? And so I was like, how am I going to celebrate her today? So I decided to watch A Good American Family. You guys heard of that show?
No.
It's about a little girl who gets adopted by a family, and they don't know if she is a little girl that's disabled or if she's a grown woman. So that's how I spent my fucking Friday, guys. I did it for my grandmother. You wanna know something? She loved that shit. My grandma loved that shit. When I was a kid, my grandma and I would live with each other for a long ass time. You know when you're trying to sleep at night, you can't really sleep, so you put on something stupid. For me, it's The Office. So if you walk past my room, you hear Michael Scott saying something stupid. But if you walk past my grandma's room, this is what you'll hear. That was the day they found her body covered in semen. And my grandma was just snoozing. So what I'm saying is my grandma was into it, and I was like, you know what, I'm not into it, but I'm just gonna do it for her. And now I'm in a fucking bad mood, guys. So rest in peace, bitch. No. No, she would have loved it, yeah. I know for a fact right now my grandma would be like, Justin, get on with it! So so I recently started a new job. Yeah. And it comes to, I'm fucking terrified. Change is scary. I was working at the same job for 10 years. Yeah. Awful. Yeah. I had an awful time, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna start a new job. And I'm getting kind of nervous that my new coworkers, they find out that I smell. But it's not BO, guys. It's not BO. You know what it is? It's fear. But you want to know something? They don't have deodorant for fear. They only had it for fucking BO. So I'm trying to go into work stinking more. I already fucked up that joke. I heard, oh, fuck you, dude. I knew I heard your goddamn laugh. No, it's fine. It's my sleep paralysis demon literally coming out to real life. And he just disappeared just like that. That's terrifying. Now I really don't know if I'm going to Lulu. So so change is scary. Change is scary. I'm trying to stay optimistic. Optimism is staying with me, but cynicism lingers. So optimism is like, dude, dive on in, the water is fine, dude. You can literally gargle this shit, bro. The water is so good. But then cynicism taps me on the shoulder right before I dive in. He's like, hey, dude, there's E. coli in that. You can get really sick, just so you know, you probably die. And I look at optimism, I'm like, optimism, is that true? And optimism looks at cynicism and is like, dude, can you not tell the truth about everything? one laugh from Mike. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. He actually was not a comedian here tonight. I just paid him just to be here. So thank you, appreciate it. I told you to put on something less elaborate, but that's chill. It's fine. So I'm horrible at starting out things. Like usually when I'm trying to start off shows, I'm really terrible at it. Usually I just come up on stage and I'm just like, what's up, sluts? But yep. But I got in trouble at this one place. The bar owner, he came up to me and he was like, "Hey Justin, did you just call the audience a slut?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Don't do that." And I was like, "Why not?" And he was like, "People don't like that." And I was like, "Have you not seen the audience? Like, I know like 4 of these people, and guess what? Sluts!" So I didn't know how to open up anymore, so I just had to just keep rambling, and so I created that joke just to do that. And it hasn't been going good.
Good for you.
Yeah, good for you. Thank you guys, thank you. So I recently stopped doing cocaine. Anybody else? Cocaine! Get them! Yeah. So yeah, no, I say I recently stopped doing cocaine. Let me rephrase. I'm trying to stop doing cocaine. Yeah. So the reason why I stopped doing that is because there was this time that I kept on doing this thing where my sleep schedule was super fucked up for the longest time. So for me, 7:30 in the morning was what I felt like was 5:45 in the afternoon for you guys. And so I thought that was the perfect time to hit up a lady and see if she wants to fuck. And I messaged this girl one time, it was 7:45 in the morning, I'm like, "Hey, you up?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm getting ready for work, it's a Wednesday." And I said, "Pussy!" No. There's something happened to me recently which got me to be like, okay, I need to stop doing cocaine. I need to stop partying so much. What happened was this woman, she comes up to me and she's like, "Justin, I've been meaning to talk to you for the longest time." And I was like, "Oh, what's up?" And she said, "You saved my life." Yeah. And I was like, "Cool. How did I do that?" She said, "One time you hit me up at 7:45 in the morning to have sex with you. And I showed up at the house, and you were passed out, and I couldn't wake you up, and you were surrounded by a board with cocaine on it, some Whippet cans, and some White Claws all over the place." And she said that after that, she looked at herself in the mirror because she couldn't wake me up because I was snoozing. She couldn't, so she looked at herself in the mirror and she was like, "I could never do this ever again." And so she said to me, she looked at me in the eyes, at a bar, by the way, at a bar, she said, "Anytime I think about drinking or doing any drugs, I think of you and I say, never again."
Yes.
And then she had the audacity to ask me, "What are you doing later?" And I said, "Saving lives, bitch, saving lives." Yep. So there's a spider in my bathroom.
No.
Yeah, it's a very interesting spider. So the first day I saw the spider, it was on the ceiling, and I didn't worry too much about it. I was having a rough day, so I was like, "I'm not gonna kill you today. I'm gonna let you survive." And the spider was like, "Chill, dude. You look like shit too." And I was like, "Not asking for that." And so I, do all my bathroom stuff. I leave, and the other day, yesterday, I walk into my bathroom, and the spider's hanging out right next to my toothbrush. And the spider looks at me and he's like, "You gonna brush your teeth?" And I was like, "I was going to, but you're right here." And he was like, "Okay, you can still." And I was like, "Nah, I'm a little nervous." He's like, "Okay." And I just realized as I'm looking at the spider that if this was the beginning of a horror movie, I'm the first kill. Because I flat out went right up to the spider, just looking at him, and he's just looking at me like, "I could kill you right now." And I was like, "Please do." No, I didn't say that. But then I was thinking like, okay, wait a second. Maybe this could be like E.T. All right. Maybe he could just be like, "Oh, I'm lost. My alien family. I don't know where the hell they are." And I'll be like, "Oh, dude, I'm gonna help you out. It's gonna be great." But what it's actually gonna turn out to be is fucking it. I'm just gonna have no arms. It's gonna be sprayed in the bathroom. My roommate's gonna be like, "Why are you taking so long in the shower?" I'm gonna be like, "Ah!" And then she's gonna walk in the bathroom and be like, "Oh, it's typical Wednesday." No. I have no ending to that joke. As you guys know, this is how I just do shit. I have a lot of things written down right here, but I refuse to look at my fucking notes. Woo! Woo! This is one little move. You're awesome. Where's your boyfriend go?
You went to get drinks?
I don't know if that should happen anymore.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, yeah. Do you mind? I'm broke right now. Do you mind if he can get me one too? What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Hey, no! No!
He doesn't like condoms. Call him out.
He doesn't like condoms?
The guy that doesn't like condoms. Call him out.
The guy does not like condoms. I'm not gonna get punched in the mouth, so no. Never mind. That's not worth it, dude. So recently I was talking on the phone with my friend, and I've realized as I'm getting older that I want, this is gonna sound so super lame. I kind of want to have like a relationship with somebody. I know. I've hoed out for way too long, and now I'm just like, oh, dude, you know it sounds so cool. A relationship, maybe some kids, who knows? It sounds so lame. And so recently I was talking on the phone with one of my friends, and she was asking what I'm doing, and I was like, and I started yawning. I was like, ooh. She's like, Justin, you know what time it is? I was like, yeah, 2:30. She's like, why are you yawning? I was like, oh, I just got up an hour ago. And she was like, see, Justin, this is why you're alone. And that's why I think we should hang out with more autistic people. Thank you guys. Have a great night. Give it up for Spud!
How old are you now, Justin?
You saw that? Okay. Give it up for Justin, everybody. Ooh. Man, he makes a gray shirt look good, doesn't he? I wish I was that skinny. Man, you guys have that little pooch right here? You do? How do you feel about it? Are you in love or no? No. How do I get this off? I used to play football, all right? I used to be in shape. How does this happen? Spandex? What's that?
Cool sculpting. Cool sculpting. It freezes the fat right there.
Cool smelting?
Sculpting.
Smolting.
Sculpting.
Cool smolting. Sculpting. Pull sculpting.
Cool sculpting.
Pull sculpting?
Oh, cold sculpting.
Huh?
Cold sculpting.
Hey Siri!
I know what that shit is.
Yeah, okay. Maybe no alcohol, right? Maybe eat healthy, like work out. Yeah.
Doesn't sound fun.
I know, right? When I was a Catholic schoolboy, I didn't know anything about Sailor Charities, baby. I knew about Jesus, but cool. I know. I recently got back from Hawaii. Okay, I had the best vacation of my whole life. See that? Did you?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm 0.2% Hawaiian. I'm bullshitting you. Do you have any of those? Like, do you have Ohana, means family, on your heel? Cool. Your kids are Hawaiian? All right. Do they live in Hawaii still? Does anyone live in Hawaii still? The family? Why the fuck are you here? Oh, okay, cool. I was in Hawaii. I mean, it was paradise, but I'm here now in Grants Pass, okay? Oh my god. That's cool.
I'm just laying here on
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Okay? Alright. You can read journal entry page 3, okay? Jesus Christ. Alright, so we have one more comic, and then we have improv, which is fun. Okay? Have you guys seen Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yes.
Alright, we're about to do that. But it's a little more naughty, okay? Than that is. I have. Alright, one more comic. Let's bring up Eric, everybody. Give him a round of applause. Woo! Keep it up for Spud, guys. This guy, bringing out the crowds. I love it. I'm not very much of a smart guy, you know, like I'm trailer park smart. Most things I fix with zip ties or duct tape, which just so happens to be a serial killer's kit too. I'm curious, you guys want to hear some shit that I probably shouldn't be telling people? Yeah? Alright, so I had a hangover. Louder? Okay. So I had a hangover the other day, right? And that's getting a lot harder now that I'm 30. What happened was I decided to drown my sorrows in a 12-pack of tacos from Taco Bell. Yeah, you know what it feels like, right? Man, I got about 10 in and started blacking out, man. Woke up 3 hours later, meat sweats just drenched down me. Clenching those ass cheeks, praying to God that I could make it to the bathroom. Man, that made for a hard workout the next day. I had to start working out because I eat like shit. But I really started working out for my bowl. I used to get bullied a lot. And I always swore that I'd get back at them. But I started to notice all my bullies go to the same gym that I go to. I did realize one thing though. We had kids around the same time. So I've been volunteering down at my son's school, and I've just been beating the shit out of second graders. Just kidding. I don't volunteer at all. I have made a lot of mistakes in my life, guys, like sex on the beach. Looks great in porn, not so great in real life. They were professionals. I was a virgin. Learned a lot of things that day. I'm not a Magnum. Pulled that thing out, thought that I bought a glove for an amputee. You guys know how embarrassing it is to have to go back to the gas station and ask if they have anything in a size medium dick? Pretty embarrassing. My friends didn't believe me about that story, so yeah, I whipped it out, and they were like, yeah, medium. I am married, surprisingly. I've got a 7-year-old son, and my wife is pregnant with our daughter, to-be daughter. Thank you very much. But the crazy thing is like she's got this super scent, you know? And she's been telling me that my feet smell like piss. She doesn't know that I had athlete's foot one time in 6th grade, and I've been pissing on my feet for the last 20 years. But what she really doesn't know is she has a foot fetish. And I haven't told her that it's not sweat that she's been sucking on for the last 10 years. Yeah, you guys can imagine my parents are pretty proud of me. No, actually, Robert and Margaret got shot and killed by a mugger in an alleyway and left our butler Alfred to raise me. And now I've been swearing vengeance against criminals. My parents didn't let me join the Boy Scouts, you know? Like in the Boy Scouts, they teach you survival skills like trapping and how to be a man, right? I didn't get that. So recently, I went down to the hardware store and I picked up a bunch of mouse traps, right? I've been setting them around my neighborhood. And the only issue though is, I don't know what to do with all these dead cats now. Like, I love cats. I've got 6 of them in my freezer at home. I just don't know what else to make besides Chinese food anymore. Ooh. You want to try it?
Come to
Hey.
the house, dude.
Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a very smart man, so I got to do what I got to do to get by.
You're gonna have some fresh.
In the Boy Scouts, they teach you how to like build shelter and everything, right? So what I've been doing is going down to that park next to the river. Those are some of the best dudes to learn how to build shelter from. All right, well, I didn't have much planned after my mousetrap joke. So you guys have a wonderful evening, and thank you very much. Give it up for Eric one more time, everybody. Woo! You guys have a good night? Yeah, all right. Cool, all right. Good to see you. Finally. Whoa. Cool, so that is our open mic. We do this every last Friday of every month. So, yeah, that's it. Well, give us 2 minutes to set up. We're going to set up for improv, and then we're going to get that going, okay? Improv, all right? So if we can, just a friendly reminder, during improv, we can keep this table chat just to a minimum.
No.
Just a little itty-bitty minimum. So we can hear each other, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back with you here in about 2 minutes.